I don't think anybody had any clue this was going to come from anywhere, frankly. I think I heard your previous person on the radio there, and they're saying we all know alcohol's bad for you. They've got all sorts of warnings already on there, but obviously not the one that would say cancer, which would certainly worry some people. So, they have drink responsibly on there and all those sort of things. So this one's come out of nowhere, and I think, to be fair, the industry's been trying to do sensible things for years, essentially trying to get us to drink better quality product and drink less of it. So, this one's a bit of a surprise.
It's also interesting because I wonder what the direct impact would be in terms of timelines. Clearly there was a world where women drank when they were pregnant, and then everyone figured out that wasn't good for them and that it would harm the fetus, and then therefore there was a warning label now on the alcohol bottle, which then prevented eventually women from not drinking mostly when they're pregnant. So what's a time lag for stuff like this? If a label gets slapped on today, when do people start paying attention?
Well, the only thing I can talk about here is what happened on tobacco, and they started saying it was cancerous in 1956, I think, somewhere around then. And it was 1964 when the US Surgeon General put in saying it actually does cause cancer. Then it was 1966 before you actually got the label onto the tobacco packet. It was even later in Europe. It was about 1971 in the UK. I think it was 2016 in Europe. So it could take some time. Now, people stopped smoking, or certainly smoking incidence fell from about 50% in around about 1960 and has come down sort of consistently ever since. So I guess the talk of that would mean people would consider switching to soft drinks or to low alcohol stuff, although I'm assuming low alcohol stuff maybe have a similar block on it because it's got some alcohol in there. I couldn't tell you whether spirits are worse than beer or not. I have absolutely no idea. I've not seen the medical data on that.
Alcohol links to cancer have been known since the 1980s, according to Bloomberg's reporting. And the substance is ranked as the third leading preventable cause of the disease. So alcohol causes about 100,000 cases of cancer and 20,000 related deaths each year in the U.S. That's according to the Surgeon General. Far more than the 13,500 alcohol-related fatalities from traffic crashes, just to give you some numbers here. So we're seeing a little bit of a sell-off in the stocks here. Is this kind of in line with what you would expect? Because it doesn't seem like it's too traumatic to the stocks at this point.
At the moment it's shock, I think, that's sending them down because we just don't know whether this will get carried on through the rest of the world. We have no idea when it will be put on or if it will be put on in the US. The data, I've no doubt that the alcohol companies will say some of that data may be skewed because there can be other things that will be related. If you have a bad diet, and obesity was number 2, I think, in the Surgeon General's list behind tobacco in terms of giving cancer. But I'm not hearing anything about them putting cancer on food packaging. So, I think there could be a long way to go before we see anything actually happen on the label. But you're right, the discussion's now in place, so people will start talking about it. I'm sure it'll get into newspapers and online, and that may affect people's consumption habits. I have absolutely no idea. I've got nothing to base it on at the moment, so I'm just sort of assuming that volume will probably come under a little bit of pressure. But my guess is for the companies, the beverage companies, will probably push prices up a little bit more, like tobacco companies have, and try and offset some of that hit.